chase the moonlight. I work hard every day for a working man's pay, but I'm letting loose tonight. I think I'm gonna rise up, riding high. Ain't nothing gonna hold me back. Now I'm on the move, got nothing to lose. Like a freight train off the tracks. Come on up the mountain, set yourself free. Come on up the mountain, boy, listen to me. Come on up the mountain, set yourself free. Come on up the mountain, boy, listen to me.
Welcome to Idaho and the Idaho leg of the Icon Tour. We've got Brody, my oldest son here, 10 years old. He's going into this spot for the first time. It's a pretty special place. And we're going about 10 miles in, and we're just getting here, getting all the gear sorted out. Got Dad over there. Dad's got a elk tag and a deer tag, and we've got bear tags, wolf tags. Brody and I each have a deer tag. So we're gonna get things loaded up here. We're gonna head down the trail. There's some weather moving in a little bit, so we're gonna try to get in there and get camp set up and maybe get it done in time to do some glassing. We are about 3/4 of a mile in here. I've got my riding buddy back there, and we're excited to get into camp. Weather's been hasn't been bad, hasn't been great either. It's been raining every once in a while, but then the sun comes out, so not gonna complain about that. So we are, like I said, 3/4 of the way in here, and it's been a beautiful ride. Brody, you liking this country?
Yeah.
How big a deer are you gonna shoot?
Any size buck.
Any size buck. I like that. This is Brody's first ever deer hunt, so we are excited to get to camp. We just got done eating, and we got the tent set up and camp all set up right before the storm blew in. But right when we got here, there were 3 does right up the draw right behind camp, so that's a good sign. And right now we got to go put the horses away, but we've got the Mr. Heater this time. The wood stove is going to stay behind, so there's not a lot of good wood up here, so we're going to have the Mr. Heater. We're going to get warm, and then go take care of the horses. And hopefully this storm here, I'll show you. Hopefully this storm is going to pass. We can maybe glass a little bit tonight, but it's not looking like it. So hopefully it stops for the morning, and then it'll be perfect. So we're going to go take care of the horses and probably get ready for bed if the snow doesn't stop. I'm just walking back from glassing. The snow broke about the last 15 minutes of light here, and just hiked up from camp and spotted about 8 elk. Couldn't tell if there's any bulls with them or not, and about 6 deer. Couldn't tell if there's any bucks there. It's just too dark. But that's promising if this weather holds and it can be clear in the morning. It could be a really good hunt tomorrow. So I'm gonna head back down. We're gonna get the horses highlined, and we're gonna get ready for bed. So, man, this is day 1. It's been a long day. We left my dad's house at 5 o'clock this morning, drove about 8 hours in here, rode about 3 hours, and camp is set up and got animals spotted for tomorrow.
It's pretty up here and snowy.
spotted a little buck down here in the bottom. We're gonna sneak down in there and see if we can get Brody set up and see if we can. It's working through the trees, so we're gonna see if we can get down in there and get a shot. It'll be Brody's first deer. See if he gets closer. If not, we'll go try to find another one. We just got done chasing two pretty nice bucks. We came over to one little ridge and they were bedded right up on top. And they were over the hill in about 2 bounds, and we took off and glassed the canyon looking to see if we could find anything. Couldn't find them, so they gave us a slip. But hopefully we'll be able to find a few more bucks tonight. We're going to drop back down to camp and take care of some horses, and then we're going to head back out this evening. Brody and I are heading out for an evening hunt, and so far we've made it about 100 yards from camp, spotted about 6 elk and 3 deer. We're going to move in, see if we can get a closer look at these deer and also the elk. That way we have a game plan for tomorrow with Dad if there's a bull in there. So pretty good. We've got about 2 hours of light left, and the animals are already starting to come out, so that is a good thing. I just put the spotting scope on these deer up here, and there's a pretty decent buck. And Brody, is it one you're gonna shoot?
Yeah.
If we can get close up there, we're gonna have to see if we can sneak in there without getting seen. So fingers crossed. Let's do it. So Brody's a little conflicted. There's a little buck up here, about 250 yards, but it's just a little spike. So like its antlers,
No.
its body.
Body.
Well, if it only has little antlers, it means it has a smaller body. You don't have to. It's the first day. You don't think so?
If it was a little bigger, yeah, I'd probably shoot.
Your body?
Yeah.
Oh, that's totally fine. It's your tag. You get to shoot whatever you want. On our way to make a play on that bigger buck, we got stopped by another herd of elk, and we couldn't go the way we wanted to, so we just kept coming up this draw and spotted, I don't know, 5 does, and then there's 5 deer up here with this little buck. So I think we're going to pass for right now, and since it's about last light, we're going to start working our way back down to camp and see if we can see anything on the way. We did awesome today. So far we saw probably 30 deer, 2 big bucks, 1 decent buck, 2 small bucks now. Oh, and the other buck we saw tonight, so another decent buck. And we saw probably 50 elk, 2 small bulls. So, not a bad day, huh? What'd you think of day number 1?
A lot of animals.
You excited?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool country, huh?
Tomorrow, I hope it's like this.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Except we get a shot at a bigger buck.
That's right. Alright, well, we're going to sneak out of here because there's these 2 little bulls are right up above us. So we'll probably come up here in the morning with Dad and see if we can get a shot. So for right now, we're going to head back down to camp. It is the 2nd morning in here. We're working our way up to where Brody and I were last night. We haven't seen anything so far, but we're just going to work up there where those elk were and those other deer were. Beautiful morning, a little cloudy, but hopefully the snow and rain stays away from us. But we're going to work up this trail a little farther and just stop and glass along the way and hopefully pick something up here in the next little bit. You excited? You excited?
Yeah.
You excited?
Yeah.
We are once again bombarded by snow. We made it up here on top. We're going to work around this ridge. On the way up, we actually saw the outfitter and his client. They shot a little 3-point buck. that we probably would have got pretty close to, huh? They got there first, and so we just kind of popped over the hillside, and we're gonna sit down here and make some breakfast and wait this storm out. I wish we would have found a spot with a little better cover, but there's not a whole lot of trees up here. They're all burnt. So we are gonna get some breakfast, get some hot chocolate, go shoot a buck, huh?
Yeah.
We are heading back to camp. It got started snowing like crazy up high, and the wind was howling. And the outfit that was in here was going right where we wanted to go, so we decided to come back down and hobble the horses again and get them some feed. You gotta take care of the horses that get you in here, that's for sure. So we're gonna drop down here and hobble them up, get dried off a little bit, and then head back out for the evening. But it's clearing off pretty good right now, so we'll be able to glass from camp, which is really nice to be able to glass from camp. So we are making our way back to camp. Brody and I just made it up to this glassing point I like for the evening. We just got up here and got settled in, and so far we've not turned up a deer, which is pretty sad. Kind of discouraging. The deer numbers, like today, we've seen a few does. That was it, but the weather was pretty crappy too, so hopefully here in the next little bit we can turn up a pretty good buck. And if we can't get a shot on it tonight, then we'll be back in here in the morning. The crappy thing is, with this country, it seems like a lot of times you'll see them, and then the next morning you can't find them. Or if you spot them in the morning and you come back and you try to wait in the evening for them to come, you can't find them. They just kind of disappear. You kind of see them at one time. So the weather's been pretty crappy today, and deer numbers are down. We haven't seen the elk either. So we're going to glass this huge. Maybe we can see a ton of country up here. So we're just going to get glassing and hopefully turn up some deer. What do you think, Brody? Think we should turn up some deer? We have got a buck down. We were up there glassing, and we couldn't spot anything. It started snowing, getting really crappy weather. I told Brody to sneak down this ridge, and then I saw this buck stand up about 100 yards, and he just took off running. He crossed the draw and was going up the other side. He stopped about 470 yards, and Brody and I talked about it, and he's just not comfortable taking a shot his first year, 110 years old. So we're going to get him another one if that thing would have stayed a little closer. Dang, but he was a pretty good 4-point, and I got pretty good video of him. I hit him the first shot, just hammered him. He went over out of the ways, and he was about ready to go down again, and he stopped, and I shot him again, and he went rolling down the hill. It's a bittersweet thing. I mean, it's a great buck. I'm so happy, but we've been trying to get Brody a buck, and it's just not been happening. And if this thing would have been a little closer, it would have been a lot better. But we'll get you a buck, huh? Or the cool thing is he can shoot a doe. I'm so happy he's up here experiencing with me. Like I said, it's so so bittersweet for me. Like, almost brings me to tears just thinking about it, because I've been trying to get him a deer, and it just hasn't happened yet. So I wish this thing would have been a little closer, but you gotta be with kids. He's like, well, maybe I can try a shot, but you know, it's a lot worse to have them shoot and miss or wound an animal. So you gotta keep them in their comfort zone, and this thing was just outside of that, unfortunately. But we got a buck down, huh?
Yeah.
Thanks for being here with me. Pretty cool trip, huh?
Yeah, we also saw a buck over there.
So we've got 2 more days in here, so we're gonna get down here while we still got some light and work this buck up and head back to see Grandpa. Thanks again, buddy. Oh, here he is. As you can tell, he died on a crazy incline, and we've done our best to get pictures. Cool buck. He's got what, 4? He's got 5 with eye guards, splits here.
6x5.
Man, it sucks that he wasn't close enough for Brody to shoot, but I'm glad he was here with me. It's 3-generation hunt. It's got me, my dad, and Brody, and we've got this buck down. Second day. We got 2 more days, and with the amount of deer we've been seeing, we haven't been seeing a whole lot. When we have been seeing them, they've been in the thick timber. So when this guy stepped out and a little too far for Brody, like I said up there, I went ahead and took a shot, hit him really good the first shot, put another shot on him, he's dead right here. As you guys can tell, we've got our work cut out for us. So we're gonna get to work while it's still kind of light. Thank you guys so much for watching the Icon Tour. This is the Idaho leg, and pretty incredible trip so far. And we're gonna take care of this. As you can tell, I'm out of breath just holding him up on this hill. So thank you guys so much for watching, and let's get to work, huh? We got a long ways to go. It is the 3rd morning in here, and we got a lot of snow last night. We probably got 3 to 4 inches of snow. We just took our time getting around this morning. We got back late after packing out my buck last night. So we're just working up here. We've already seen a group of elk with a small bull, got a group of deer with a small buck, and then some more does over here. So we're just kind of working our way up slowly up this trail. Super quiet, beautiful morning. So hopefully we're gonna watch this little buck and see what they do, and see if where they bed or where they go. Might go make a play on them. You ready?
Yeah.
You ready to shoot a deer today?
Yeah.
You gonna shoot a doe?
If it comes.
Okay.
If it's close to the trail.
It's a cool thing about Idaho is a youth hunt. They can shoot a doe if they want to. So it's good just to let them pull the trigger and get used to it. But we're gonna watch these group up here with the little buck. Right under the tree. The one right under the tree. Squeeze the trigger. Just squeeze it. those other deer still down below, so we'll sneak over there and see what we can find. Just about had Brody a shot on a little buck, and then we snuck over here. Spotted a doe bedded down, but couldn't get a shot. I glassed up the draw about 380 yards. It's gonna have a decent little buck. So we're gonna work our way around. See if we can come over on top of it and be a little closer. But a lot of deer around. Just a matter of getting Brody set up on one and have it hold still long enough. So the hunt continues. Brody, what are we doing?
Just sitting down by the fire and waiting till those deer come closer and try to get a shot.
How many deer have we seen today? Exactly. I don't know exactly.
We've seen a lot from yesterday. Like nothing yesterday. First day was pretty good.
I just spotted a pretty decent little buck up the hill. We've been sitting and waiting all day. So Brody and I left our bags there. We're gonna get up here as quick as we can. Hopefully get a shot at him. He's running dead away from us. He's running away from us. Right there. You see him? You see him? He just stopped. There, he's walking away from us. He's walking away from us. He's walking straight away from us. To the right. There he goes. You see him? Okay, take it off safety. Take it off safety. Right there, buddy. Just squeeze the trigger. Squeeze the trigger. Oh, no shot. Let him turn. Stop. He's right behind that yellow bush. Ooh! 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 Right there, buddy. Squeeze the trigger. Nice shot, buddy. You got him. Nice shot. Put another one in him. Watch him. Good shot, buddy. Put another one. Good job. You got a good shot, buddy. You can't see him. He's behind the hill. Okay, just be patient. You did a good shot, buddy. Okay, let's just keep watching. I know you did good. You did really good, buddy. We just got up to our Brody shot. And look right there, buddy. Right underneath that bush. It's a dead deer, buddy.
You said, let's read. You said, uh-oh. Let's check the footage. I'm like,
yeah. And I told him, I said, I gotta look at this footage. I don't know. And I saw him down here. Dude, first buck. First deer. How do you feel? Oh, that's awesome, dude. I hope I got video. I don't know. I was just kind of scrambling. But we better get a hold of Grandpa. There's another little buck right there, buddy.
hopefully it's not
We got a buck down now.
Oh, yeah. Big as that one.
So cool. We got this buck down. Dude, good job.
Thank you.
You're a stud, dude. Ah, good job.
Good job, Brody. I seen the whole thing from where I was at. I seen him fall. You guys didn't see him fall, did you?
No, we were up there. I mean, down there a little
Yeah. Yeah, he went about 10, 12 feet and then he just collapsed. So good shot. About 200 yards.
Probably I want the whole thing, but
I had a good job.
thanks for bringing me in here.
No problem. I had all your stuff gathered up. Now watch you shoot, I just grab it and start coming. That's pretty good, huh?
Yeah, I couldn't see you down there.
Oh. Well, I couldn't see you for sure, but I seen the bucks. I seen the buck fall, so I just started coming.
Let's go take a look at him.
Yep, that's good. Woo! First buck.
Oh, dear.
Oh, he's a nice one.
Poke him in the butt, buddy. Poke him in the butt. How about that? Here is Brody's first ever deer. What an amazing experience this has been. We're getting nervous. Tomorrow's our last full day, and the deer have been kind of skittish and the numbers haven't been too great. And I shot my buck last night, and we spent all day out here. We built a fire and we stayed here. We were there for about 5 hours waiting for deer. We had a little buck spotted down the draw, and then about halfway, or I guess we were about ready to leave, and I looked up and saw this buck. We were able to sneak in, and Brody made an awesome 200-yard shot. The bullet, you can feel it's right here, right behind the shoulder. The buck made it not very far and rolled down the hill. We're a long ways away from camp, so we better get to work. But you shot your first deer on the Icon tour in Idaho. That's pretty awesome, huh?
Yeah.
So far, he shot a turkey, a bear, a cow elk, and your first deer. And so, man, Dad
Awesome, huh?
and I, it's a lot of work coming in here. Dad takes all year long with the horses and has them all conditioned, and we couldn't come in here without him. So glad we were able to come in here. 3 generations. You got me, Brody, and Dad, and so a pretty incredible experience. But we better get to work, and so we can get down the hill while we still have a little bit of light, huh?
Yeah.
What are we eating for dinner tonight?
Ribs, mashed potatoes, and corn, maybe.
Why are we eating ribs?
Celebration.
Celebration. Let's get to work so we can go get some ribs.
Good job, Brody.
Good job. What's right behind the shoulder, Brody?
That's where it came out.
Right there.
That's a good shot, buddy.
It was maybe like right here. I maybe hit him right there on the other side, and it came up.
Right behind the shoulder. You can see it. You can feel the bullet.
Yeah.
Right there. Right there, you can feel it.
Grandpa's got his knife ready.
Right there.
I think he started too high.
Perfect shot, buddy.
Get the bullet?
Another bullet for you.
Yeah.
Better put that in your pocket. We have this buck broke down. Brody's got the head. I've got all the quarters, miscellaneous meat, and back straps and everything. And we are going to start heading our way back to camp. Pretty good day, huh?
Yeah.
Pretty awesome. That's a great first buck, buddy. We just got back to camp. I got all the meat in my pack there. There's Brody's first deer. We are tired. We're going to go take care of horses, feed them, eat some dinner. Brody, you're going to sign us out for the night. What do you want to tell them? What do you want to say?
It was a good day, and bye.
Say thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe.
Say
Blah,
make
blah.
my video get the most likes and views ever. And I
blah.
just watched the video and I actually got his shot, which is amazing because I was a little nervous. So sign us out right here.
Bye.
It is our last full day in here. We took it pretty easy this morning. We got back late after packing out Brody's deer yesterday. So we just kind of took it easy this morning. We slept in a little bit, had some biscuits and gravy. Now we're going to just take care of horses and do maintenance pretty much all day. We're going to bone out our deer and get them all ready to go out. And then we're going to let the horses feed because we just had to feed them some hay cubes last night. They didn't get to graze at all. So right now, Brody and I are just up here looking for some deer or some elk. Yesterday morning, they were everywhere. Today, haven't seen anything so far. But let's see, I'll show you where Brody shot his deer. Brody shot his deer. The top About right there. That's where he shot his deer. Pretty close to where Grandpa shot his bull a few years ago. So we're just gonna keep glassing and kind of get things ready to go. We're packing out tomorrow. We'll wake up early and get out of here. So we are in maintenance mode right now, and then hopefully spot a bull or a buck that Grandpa wants to shoot. We've got a little buck spotted up here, a little 4-point. We were actually wrangling the horses and then came up and Brody spotted a doe up on the skyline. And they're right on the skyline right now, so we're waiting for them to come off the side. They're about 700 yards. Got Dad all set up with the PRC. We're just waiting for our shot.
Wait, I think he's coming off the draw from the skyline.
That little buck ended up going over the top. And we waited for a long time to see if it would come back out, but it never did. It just kind of fit in this little, there's a little basin up there. Now it's up to Dad.
What's that?
If he wants to go up there or not.
Oh, I'm still
He's
debating.
the only one with tags left.
Yeah. I have to go change
It's
my
about
shoes.
4 o'clock. Yeah. So we're gonna head back to camp and we'll decide. We might be able to glass another buck somewhere else. It has been decided that we are going up the hill. So we actually saddled Tina, the little mule, up, put our bags in there, and we're making our way up to the saddle where Brody and I were before I shot my buck. So last night in here, we sat around for most of the day, so we decided let's go for a little walk. So we're gonna see what we can find. What do you think of that, Brody?
I would've shot one of those yesterday.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
They're like 60 yards away.
I never saw a deer that close before.
We made it up to our glass up here on this saddle. And then where I shot my buck is just down the ridge a little ways. You can see the bones down there, the coyote on it, a bunch of ravens. See 3 cow elk. Saw 1 buck way too far away on the farthest ridge you could see, and a bunch of does. So we're just gonna kind of slowly work our way up this ridge and see what we can find. So it's a pretty good night. It's snowing a little bit right now, but it feels pretty good. Animals are out and moving. Okay, see the green brush? Look at the bottom of the green brush. Okay, right where the brown meets the green brush. They're standing right there, 2 bucks. Okay, I got them. One of the bucks, the one on the right's taller, the one on the left's wider. I can't tell. I got him. Plug your ears, Brody. Right. What? You shoot, I got him. You ready? Yep. You shoot that buck on the left or the right? Did I get it? No, they're going up the hill. Really? Felt good. You sure the wide one or the tall one? They're up in the, you see them up in the, they're up in the grass, up and to the left, walking away. Up to the left. I don't see them. Where are you at? They're up and to the left. Right where they were, up and to the left. In the open, walking to the right.
To the right?
Yes. They're walking to the right. Look with your naked eye.
I am looking.
They're 20 yards above where they were. Walking to the right. Okay, 20 yards straight up. See the log that's down, angling to the left? There's one to the right, one to the left. Okay, see the log that's down, angling downhill. Look just to the left. He's standing right there.
Okay, I got it.
There you go. Dead buck. Dropped him.
Okay. Give me another shell. Oh, he's dead, boy. He's dead.
Here.
He's dead. Jack it in for me. I'm not taking my eye off it. I have a hard time spotting him on this 25 hour scope.
We've got a dead buck. We were working our way up this ridge. I looked over and spotted 2 bucks that were just across the draw here. The first shot was about 464, I think, and Dad shot and I couldn't see where he hit, but they just went up the hill. They went to 500. I redialed his MOA to 9.5, and he just hammered this buck, and he went straight down, and I can see right where he's at. What do you think of that, buddy?
I'm gonna go back and get him.
We have got the last buck of the trip down. Dad just gun worked him at 500 yards across the canyon. Pretty dang awesome. Looked like a pretty good buck. There was a tall one and a wider one. He ended up shooting the wider buck. So I ran back, got the mule, and I'm catching up with Dad and Brody so we can get this thing broke down. It's about 6 o'clock. We've got an hour of light left on our last night in here. How cool is that? So we'll check back in with you at the deer.
Hey, come on, Brody, let's look at it. Grandpa's buck. What do you think? What, 4 on one side, 5 on the other side?
1, 2, 3, 4.
So it's a 6.
6 by 5.
Now you count the eye guards.
I know, 6 by 5.
So it's 6 by 5, yeah.
All right, here's Dad's 2019 backcountry buck. We took it easy all day today. Took care of horses. We spotted a small 4-point up there we couldn't get a shot on. We decided to come up the hill, and we're just working our way up the ridge. And I looked over and spotted these 2 bucks over here, and I got Dad set up on them. He had a little bit of trouble finding them. They were in this green dark stuff. It was hard to see, and they're about, first shot was 460 yards, 450 yards, and kind of find out he hit it just kind of below the spine, just kind of in what I always call no man's land. And then he came up here and stopped, and Dad put one right in the high shoulder and just dropped him. He just gun worked, is what we say. And
Yeah.
once again, it's the 3rd evening when we're going to be breaking down a deer. We can't shoot them during the morning when we have the time to take really good pictures and really good video. We're always in a really big hurry. So we're going to get this thing broke down. Today was our last day in here. We shot my buck 2 nights ago, Brody's buck last night, Dad's buck tonight. So pretty incredible experience. The Icon Tour, the seasons here in Idaho, late October. It's pretty incredible. This is one of the better bucks we've seen by far, and he had another good buck with him. And well, I don't know. What do you guys got to say?
Well, I kind of want to say something. Remember on the first day,
Yeah.
there was 2 mule deer up there, and we got up the hill and jumped them.
Yeah.
Couldn't find them again, and
Yeah, these could
maybe
be them.
yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe.
the first one was wider, the second was narrow. These could be the 2 bucks we jumped on that first day.
Yeah, well, thanks Gunworks and my son Ross for spotting these. And 3 generations, we all got our buck.
And that's pretty incredible.
I'm getting old too.
We've got 10 miles to go back out tomorrow. We got to get this thing worked up, get back to camp, get ready to leave in the morning. So we are going to get packed up and get this thing broke down And Dad made an awesome 2 shots on him. Just really great shots, and here's his buck. So it's pretty cool. He's the 4, and then he's got an extra little kicker here. Got good eye guards, decent mass. Just a great buck for here in Idaho. And 3 bucks in 3 days. Pretty incredible. 3 generations. 3 bucks, 3 days, 3 generations. It's a pretty good title for a video, I think. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hit subscribe. Once again, we're breaking this thing down. We're getting out of here. We made very quick work of this buck. Got all the meat off, and luckily Dad had a great idea to bring Tina up here. So we're gonna have it pretty easy. We're gonna load all the meat up in Tina and hit the trail. Dad's got a hind quarter. All right, I better help instead of video. We are getting packed up to head out of here. Got Brody here. Got the deer. Got all the meat loaded up in the canyon coolers. Horses are saddled down there. We're just making the final packs. And we're gonna be heading down the trail. It's been raining all morning, so we've been kind of fighting that a little bit. But tent's getting empty. We're ready to head out of here. Brody, what do you think? You ready to go home?
Yeah.
All right. We are headed home.